essentially what we're after. Whoa, we're on fire. I'm surprised you're here. It's kind of cold out today, but it's good to see you.
If we haven't met yet, my name's Jared. About 6 months ago, my wife and I abandoned our crazy, stressful modern lives and moved to the middle of nowhere, Alaska. Here we're trying to put together a homestead. Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular, I'm especially grateful you came along today.
Jeez. So hard on my cameras. Well, got good and cold last night. Water froze again, so I think the hot water heater froze as well. Looks like my main pipe froze. If that's the case, then it's no use fighting it at the house if the main pipe froze.
Have you ever waited too long to make a change in your life? I should have changed the settings on this valve yesterday. Then maybe the pipes wouldn't have froze. Now all I'm doing is breaking my valve.
Yep, I think she's all frozen. Oh, I think she might live.
Being complacent will really get you. You think you got all the time in the world, and then all of a sudden, it's just too late. In my old life, the stress from rushing around, not focusing on the right things, probably nearly killed me. I could feel a change in my health and almost everything else.
This is going to be the new shower for the foreseeable future.
But I waited a really long time to make this change. It's so easy to think, oh, I'll work on that tomorrow. I don't have enough time today, and it's too important not to give it my full attention. Anyway, here we are. It's 16 degrees outside, but I'm not going to let complacency win again. There's something I've been putting off entirely too long, and today's the day. Now we have a warm and mostly dry cabin, and it's a wonderful thing. But today, I need to cut a hole in it. Now that kind of breaks my wife's rule about having walls on her house. But let me explain. I built this shipping container cabin back in Utah, and then I shipped it up just like a regular container. Because of that, I couldn't modify the structure in any way. My plan was that as soon as we moved up here, I'd put a window in it. There's something slightly terrifying about being trapped in a big metal box with no other exit. One stray spark and we'd be cooked. But, you know, there's always a better day than today. The frozen water valve reminded me that you got plenty of time until you don't. And then it's entirely too late. I've been risking our safety entirely too long. We need to get that window cut in now.
Stove's gonna be great.
So, no matter how cold it is tomorrow, that's what we're gonna do. It might take us 2 days to get this thing done, which would make for an awful cold night. But either way, we gotta get that window in. We're gonna eat a good supper tonight, and tomorrow we're gonna get it done. Or at least get started.
Let's eat. Whew, they're warm. Turns out pretty well.
Shocking. Super delicious too, I bet.
39. I have to think about that for a minute. I was hoping that 39 would land on those ridges, but not so much. Make it 42, which would be another 2x4 on each edge, which would get me where I need it to be. All right, welding stuff, check. So great news. I was able to stop all the dripping in the shop. Came up with a very simple solution. Let me show you that solution right now. Turns out, ice does not drip. Today we're going to attempt to build my window frame. Maybe get it cut in. I don't know. That might be a little ambitious. It's like 16 degrees out there right now. Calculations, the window frame pieces need to be 43.5 inches long cut right there. That'll get them to length. And then I'm going to cut out a chunk here on one and a corresponding chunk on another, and hopefully fit them together. I'm not great at this, so I wouldn't expect it to go that smooth. Before we get too far on this project, I got to see how many cutoff wheels I've got, because I'm going to go through probably about 10 of them, I'm guessing. So, 1. Not cutoff wheels, but I will need those as well. Another grinder. Another grinder. Got lots of those. That's not the result I was hoping for. And the hardware store isn't open today, so if I don't have enough, that'll put this project on hold probably till I can get enough. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Okay, more grinding discs, that's good. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably one on a grinder, so 9. Almost 10 discs, I guess. We'll go with that. Grinder, which I do, except, yeah, that's not gonna work. Do we have a spanner wrench to change that out? Not seeing one there. Nor there. So hopefully in the tool container, got a spanner. Okay, that's for my... we do. Happy to... I should have 3 of them because I have 3 grinders, but at least I've got one. I think that should go right there. Now I won't be able to find it for sure. All right, cutting straight lines, never my strong point, but let's see if we can get better at it through this process, huh? All right, one down. A piece, I need 31 and 3/16. So I have these handy dandy sawhorses I built. Perhaps I should use them. Basically, I'm gonna do this different than everyone else, which probably means I'm wrong, but that's okay, I'm used to being wrong. I want the flange on the outside so that I can put that up against the container and then spot weld along here. See? This is what I want it to look like. So that means I cut these 2 long, and so then this needs to lay flat against the container. So I just need to cut there and there. There we are. One down. Just have to weld those guys together. That is roughly what it's going to look like. So hopefully she works. First time doing this. If it doesn't work, I've got a cabin with a big hole in the side of it. So trying to avoid that. I don't think that's what it's supposed to do. Open, maybe it's just because it's cold. So we're gonna take it into the house for a while. Hey, It actually turned on. I think it was just really cold. I put it by the heater for a little bit. Let it warm up here before we take it back out to the shop and try actually weld with it. Still no water, but at least it's almost 25 degrees out there. That's way better than 14 it was yesterday. Yeah, that one. That's square. Not quite. I need to plane these down anyways because this is gonna end up being a windowsill. So I think we can make it work. I don't know what happened there, but it wasn't starting, so I jiggled the plug a little bit. And bammo, that doesn't look great. Thing looked pretty good in there. I think it's that circuit, but well, it was too much for that breaker. That'll work okay. Okay, moment of truth. Here's where we make sure the window fits. Oh, happy day. So what I'm about to do is probably a very bad idea. It's currently 33 degrees outside. And I'm gonna cut a hole in my cabin. Hopefully, I'm also gonna replace it with a window today, but that remains to be seen.
Just dumped all of the screws on the floor. Good job.
It would have been way easier if I had done it when we built the cabin, but then I couldn't have shipped it, so. Okay.
So, it needs to go right there.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go somewhere right in there.
So
let's go out and take a look and see where that's gonna fall. Oh, I think it's gonna be beautiful. We're just gonna put down this moving blanket to try and keep from catching things on fire. Well, fun and games commence, huh? All the way through? Cool. My clothes? Which clothes? Well, not perfectly straight, but not too bad. Strayed just a little bit there. But that's all doable. Snowy metal, not slippery. Yeah. Can't do that. Dang it. Yep, that'll leave a mark. Cut through the cord.
And even cutting through my cord, we still got the outside part done before the sun went down. Hooray. Hello, how are you? Hi.
So nice and warm. It's like the warmest I've ever been.
Oh, give it a second. Well, we got a window. Kind of. Truth. Nice.
Good job, baby.
It fits. Unanimous. I think they will hold the window in place, which is essentially what we're after. Whoa, we're on fire. We're on fire. Oh, on fire again.
Okay.
Definitely not fireproof. Push the top forward a little bit. Somebody put that right. Okay, back a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a window and some screws.
You want me to hold on to this while you get down?
Actually, I'll need it out on this side, I guess.
Get down first. Can I turn that?
Six inches. Well, tonight we beat complacency, and we didn't have to sleep with a hole in our side of our container. Talk about a double win. Maybe moving up here has been good for me. I'm starting to make those changes I need to make right now, instead of waiting for the ideal day.
I have a question.
Yeah. Oh, did it break? Yep.
I just noticed it.
No.
Is it sticky on it?
I think it's like glue or something. I think. Maybe you've got something you need to change too. I've got faith in you. You got this. Worry about not having it done. It was mighty cold outside last night, and we stayed nice and warm. But even if we'd had to sleep with an incomplete window, it would have been worth it for making the changes I need to when I needed to make them. But my wife sure is glad that I got to turn over a new leaf without having to sleep in the cold. Next week I'm going to spend a little time in the woods, as well as spend some time on a project that it's taken us entirely too long to get to.